Hey guys, this is Dom. So we're going to be watching a replay of a match that I didn't see. This is from round one of our Bring Your Own Blocker rotisserie draft. We have Jonah on the bottom. He's playing an Esper mid-range deck with a lot of some token elements, a lot of evasion flying creatures. I didn't know exactly what to call it. And then on top of the screen is Luke. He's playing a red-white mid-range deck with a lot of blink or flicker effects, whatever you want to call it. And so we're going to try to keep up with this. We'll be able to see both players' hands. The replay goes pretty quickly on Cockatrice. I tried recording this once, and it didn't go that well. So I stopped partway through game one and started over because I was completely lost. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up better this time, now that I know what to expect. And yeah, this is these are interesting decks. This is a very unique format. We all picked one block, thus the name. And a very unique set of available cards. And here we go. So Jonah won the die roll. And he's got Plains, Vivid Meadow for Luke. Here's Stoneforge Mystic for Jonah, Sword of the Meek. And coming back, just a land for Luke. Jonah's going to put Sword of the Meek into play on his main phase. It's sort of interesting. Luke with third land, Mangara of Karandor. Draws and Burial Rites, that's not good with the gifts already in hand. There's Equip Sword, attack for 2. Alright, Luke's now thinking, so he can probably play the Mountain. I guess he's going to try to do some trick with Mangara plus Stonecloaker here. And he comes Stoneforge Mystic. He's going to block. Yes, he targets. I think he's targeting the sword, and then he's going to Stonecloaker Mangara. And Stoneforge Mystic gets blocked by Stonecloaker, who attacks for 3. Luke follows up with Wall of Omens. He draws Gideon Jura, casts Mangara again. Now here's the Gifts Ungiven. You can't just go Iona Burial Rites here. He's got Iona, Baneslayer, Angel. So you got a Vendilion Click and a Winds of Wrath. That's kind of hard to follow, actually. Mangara eats the Celestial Colonnade. Stonecloaker attacks for 3. Inferno Titan hits for 3. Jonah's pretty far behind now. He's not going to be able to cast this Austere Command, and he just picks him up. And that's the end of game 1. So I don't know exactly what happened with that on Burial Rites, but you're able to follow most of the other things. I'm going to pull up the second replay, hopefully. Should be right here. And here we go. Here we go in a second. I'm going to update the match score. Alright, now we're going to go. So Jonah's going to be on the play. He's got no blue mana. Luke has no red. Oh, he has a Boros Signet. He's probably going to keep Reverence. Interesting card. Creature's power 2 or less can't attack you. Yeah, Jonah mulligans into a slower but more serviceable hand. Luke's hand is fine. He's got a Signet and the Pearl Medallion. Gale Powder Mage, pretty interesting card. Jonah leads with the Plains. Luke draws Clifftop Retreats. He's definitely set for mana. Both Fliers just on the Plains. Jonah plays Island and Tangible Virtue. Luke draws Cloud Shift. So you got all the blink effects. He doesn't have anything good to blink at the moment. And he can cast one of his artifacts here. Usually you think you lead with a medallion, yeah, so it's gonna net you more mana. In the short term. I stopped her Foundry. Too bad doesn't have the sword this game. He's gonna cast it. He doesn't have much else to do. He needs another blue to cast this Dismiss. Luke draws Oblivion Ring. So he could cast Gunpowder Mage, thanks to the Pro Medallion. And instead he's going to play Reverence. This is definitely going to be a problem. Jonah does have the Baneslayer Angel. And he draws Hallowed Fountain. So now I imagine he's going to shock and then leave up this Dismiss. Dismiss is not going to get Gideon Jura though. Luke finds Mountain. I think this Gideon's just going to come down and be great. There's a chance that Luke could go Signet Gunpowder Mage and get it dismissed, like to try to make a safer, maybe more mana efficient play, but if Luke slams Gideon here, he's in pretty good shape. As Jonah could sack the Thopter Foundry to itself, make a 2/2. I know he can't even attack. Yeah, alright, and Luke does go for Gideon Jura. Oh, it's his counter target spell. Okay, my bad. I thought it was counter target creature spell, and I was like, yeah, this seems pretty bad. I think that's like Exclude or some other one that's in the format. Alright, so much better exchange here. Jonah draws Winds of Wrath, casts Baneslayer Angel. But this Oblivion Ring is going to come up big here. And a Restoration Angel. The card's just great. One of my favorites. I've bounced a lot of Thragtusks in my life. 2 mana Oblivion Ring, Baneslayer. If Jonah draws Sword of the Meek, he's just going to win. A lot of enchantments and artifacts in play here. For Luke. Get Luke up a game here. You cast the Boreas Signet. Jonah needs action. Geist of Saint Draft. Oh, except it can't attack. Yeah, now this Reverence is super good. Sideboard tech. Finding random cards in Kamigawa block that do something is an accomplishment. Luke seems to have unlocked an achievement. Now he's got Stonecloaker. He's got 3 cards that let him blink stuff, and nothing actually worth blinking. I love this art on Geist of Saint Draft. I'm not even sure what it's from, but it looks sweet. It might have been like a promo from a Grand Prix or World Magic Cup qualifier or something like that. I see he's going to cast the Gunpowder Mage. It makes sense. He can, thanks to the Pro Medallion, he can protect it with the Stonecloaker and next turn with the Resto. And he also can Cloud Shift. Journey to Nowhere. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Just like throwing removal spells at this deck does not seem like a great plan. Oh, Luke's happy to let it resolve. He's probably not going to be happy to let Geist of Saint Draft attack, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could have Stonecloakered his guy. Just Journey to Nowhere targets when it enters the battlefield, then it targets something. Or Luke content to save his protection. End step Stonecloaker. Just to get the dismiss. Okay, and it goes back to his hand. Yeah, if he's going to do that, I don't know why he didn't save his Gale Powder Mage. Draw up Mangara of Karandor. Mangara is the card that, along with Caracas, made Death and Taxes in Legacy, called Death and Taxes, because this guy was going to get you eventually. So we can just slowly start attacking permanent Sun Titan. It's not a great draw. This is nothing he can bring back. A Stonecloaker. Well, he can bring these back anyway. Say Stonecloaker kind of getting in there and disrupting. This kind of is like a Death and Taxes sort of deck. It's like lots of kind of cheap, pesky interaction. Flash creatures, evasion. I guess he could sacrifice Thopter Foundry to itself and then bring back the Sun Titan. Bring it back with Sun Titan. This looks like it's what he might do. Wall of Omens. 1 mana, 04 draw card. These medallions seem great. I'm looking forward to playing the Emerald one in my deck. It seems like they just allow for some very explosive turns. Cast Wall of Omens, draws a Boros Garrison. So you can then use to bounce the planes he just tapped. And then he can Stonecloaker, play the wall again. He can instant speed Resto the wall. Yeah, this is just gross. He can Mangara and then Resto or Stonecloaker it in response. There's just so many things. This seems like it's going to be very, very hard for Jonah to get through all of this with the little that's in his head right now. The only knock on Luke's deck is that he's not playing Rescue Kitty. His Rescue Kitty is great. White main land. Alright, so he targets Urborg with Mangara, and then Cloud shifts it to save it from exiling itself. And now Jonah's gone from 6 swamps to 0. It's pretty dramatic. Oh, and he drew him Burial Rites, although there's nothing to get. And what are you going to do with you can't play the Sun Titan because he knows about the Stonecloaker. Although Mangara did just come back to play, so it can't be tapped until Luke's next turn. This red-white deck looks very tricky to play against. Umezawa's Jisei. Or Jit, or Jite, or Jita, or however you want to pronounce it. I like Jite. Sounds correct. It doesn't even look that scary. It's just like a giant hick or something. So you get some one long little point. How is that thing so good? So he's going to activate Mangara. I'm not sure what he's targeting. It looks like Hallowed Fountain. And here comes Stonecloaker. And Mangara comes back to hand. It's pretty disgusting. This Reverence is doing so much work. Jonah could be clocking Luke, but he can't attack for 6 because you gotta find a way to pump his Geist or something. Recast Mangara. And he still has Restoration Angel up, so yeah, it's good times. Mirror Entity is a sweet card, but I don't think it really does a whole lot here. I mean, you cast it because you kind of have to. Well, okay, it doesn't do nothing, so activating it can help those creatures get around this reference by making their power 3 or greater. Well, that's a thing. But 1, Luke just drew Inferno Titan, and 2, he could just Mangara the Mirror Entity anyway. This is kind of a like soft lock kind of situation. You can cast Inferno Titan with 1 mana up. You can also just like go Jite, equip Stonecloaker, attack, kill stuff. There's a lot of things that can happen here. Luke is way ahead in this game. And he's gonna go with Inferno Titan. I guess it's 1 to Mirror Entity and 2 upstairs. Yeah, we dealt 2 to Mirror Entity and 1 upstairs, looks like. Maybe played around something I can't think of. Stonecloaker's gonna get in for 3. This card has a lot of text on it. Flash, flying. When it enters the battlefield, bounce a creature and exile a card from the graveyard. Sacking Thopter Foundry to itself to make a gain a life and make a 1/1 will be 2/2 blue Thopter token. I assume that this is the time. Oh, I see. He made a Thopter and then blocked it. Or blocked the Stonecloaker and killed it. If Jonah can draw a land and cast his Winds of Wrath, he's actually not losing that horribly. Still, or we already could draw a 9-drop. That's basically the same thing as drawing a land, right? So he's basically just super dead. So he could, yeah, Jonah just packed it in. I think he could have dirtled around for a couple more turns, but there was no way he was winning that game. Luke's deck looked very good there. It's only round 1 though, and a lot of things can change. There's some decks that look unbeatable in the first couple rounds, and then the other decks learn how to build their configurations, how to sideboard, and all that, and they end up things. It happened last season, but it rarely happens that somebody just like goes nuts, wire to wire, and just crushes everybody. But certainly a good showing for the red-white deck, and we'll be back with more rotisserie draft matches soon. Keep subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is Plainer Yoshi, and we'll keep posting these Roto videos as they happen. And that'll be all. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.